In this round, here's Quanell X.
Charles, a very interesting, tragic story coming out of Houston, where a homeowner felt he was forced to use deadly force to shoot a suspect who had stolen his barbecue pit. When I read the story, Charles, it's a real sad story because the homeowner, I believe, took it a little bit too far. I believe the homeowner could have did a better job of calling 911, staying on the phone with 911, and giving the police, the 911 dispatcher, the description of the suspect's vehicle, because he was driving a vehicle, and just followed the vehicle. But the homeowner stopped the vehicle, cut it off, gets out of his vehicle and runs up to the car and then shoots in the vehicle, killing the man during this confrontation. Charles, I think that's not necessary. No human being's life is as cheap as a barbecue pit. You shouldn't be stealing people's belongings. You shouldn't be breaking into their property. I understand that, but I believe that human life is more sacred than a barbecue pit. I wish the homeowner had just stayed on the phone with 911, gave a description of the vehicle. He had already left the house, followed the vehicle, and let the police handle the situation, not kill a man for a barbecue pit.
Quanell, this is going to keep happening more and more in America because the truth is that you just can't call the police and expect them to come out anymore. The governmental response from the social justice movement of 2020 was just saying, hey, we're not going to police crime anymore. We're not going to protect victims. We're just not going to show up. We're not going to do our damn jobs. And we're going to call it reform. Now, I've been a long-time advocate for policing reform, and that should start with ending the drug war. But the truth is that if we abandon victims, if our law enforcement takes hours instead of minutes to come out, like I stopped a guy that had stolen a barbecue pit, and I think you have a mistaken belief about the cost of these. This is a guy who had a trailer-based barbecue pit that he would do, because I talked to him the next day, that he would take all over the place to engage in competitions. He would do it for fundraisers. It was his passion. And it was worth about $2,500. And he had no way, this was the guy that lived in South Houston, he didn't have a tremendous amount of money. It would have robbed this from him. He would no longer have this joy that he loved if we didn't get out there and catch the thieving bastards, right? Now cops, they don't show up. And I'll tell you, I got cop friends and I'll tell them to their damn face, right? And I know it's mostly administration, it's by design. But cops that took an oath are saying, oh yeah, America doesn't love us, we're not gonna do our jobs. And that's not all police, but it's way too many of them. And I called HPD over an active domestic disturbance in the street in front of my house. 2 hours later, they show up knocking on my door, want to know where they are. I said, you should have been here an hour and 55 damn minutes ago, right?
So what did you do about it?
Well, they walked off.
Oh, you didn't go out there and help that woman?
Actually, it was two people, I think of the same sex, I'm not sure. And they were
so
arguing for a good hour.
You were homophobic that day.
I'm not gonna play police. Right, it's not my job. It was, it's literally not my job. But here, you have a guy that was forced to play police.
He wasn't forced.
He was forced,
No,
he could just let his trailer, his barbecue pit, get stolen.
Charles,
and you know what, in America, we don't have to let the criminals win. I know you've been on team criminal your whole damn life.
Barbecue pit
hey, guess what?
being pulled behind a vehicle.
Hey, guess what?
The homeowner is following the barbecue pit and following
into
the
a
vehicle.
trap?
He's on the phone.
Where's he going?
He didn't have to confront him.
Cops ain't gonna show up?
Give description of the vehicle, license plate number, and just follow it from a distance. And you may find the very location.
I had a friend of mine,
but don't confront
about 3 months ago,
and kill them.
I had a friend of mine 3 months ago
Charles,
who had his tools stolen out of the back of his truck in the parking lot of a hotel in Austin, Texas. But he had one of those Apple chip things in there, tracked it. He got behind it. It was a guy in a U-Haul truck that was just driving through parking lots, boosting stuff. He was behind him, had the truck in front of him, had the air tag, knew where it was. The Austin Police Department refused to come out. You are forcing people to engage in self-help. And I'll tell you, the people in Texas, they need to know the law. If you are stealing stuff from people at night, if you are stealing,
let's demand better policing.
You have been a police defender for years.
I'm not a police defender.
You were.
Defund the corrupt cops.
I have been demanding better
cops.
policing and offering solutions that have been ignored.
Better policing and stop funding some of these racist cops.
The only reason you bitch about cops is if you think you're going to make some money on the deal.
Charles, listen to me.
The truth is,
you don't make money when your clients go to court. When the police charge your clients and you represent them in court, you don't make money?
When I'm lawyering,
of course you make money.
You're just full of
making
crap.
money,
hey,
but you don't want to blackmail to make a dime.
Houston, don't come to Texas, thieves. You're going to end up shot.
Don't kill folks for a barbecue pit.